There's a real cool club on the other side of town where the real cool kids go to sit around and talk bad about the other kids. Yeah,
You are listening to the Cool Paso podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Herold. And as you know, Cool Paso is a YouTube channel, and we'd like for you to subscribe. So if you're listening right now on YouTube and watching on YouTube, click the button to subscribe for notifications. And if you don't want notifications, just turn them off. Well, speaking of our Cool Paso YouTube channel, we specialize in sports, specifically in the El Paso area. We've got 12 million views on our channel, which is exciting because we've been Cool Paso since 2016 officially. And I just want to tell you a little bit about our accomplishments. We've got almost 18,000 subscribers, and our most popular video has over 3 million views. So thank you, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate it. So, I'd like to tell you about my skills as a YouTuber. I also am a photographer, and I, of course, know how to film and edit video. This is our debut on our audio skills, so hopefully we're doing a good job for y'all. But our service is available, which is on our website. You can check it out. It's coolpaso.com. If you go to your browser, just click on our website, and actually you can order to have a YouTuber come to your game and record for a very low price. I like how when I turned my head, it got louder. All right, anyways. So yes, this is our debut, episode 1 of our podcast. And today, I have a very special guest. Actually, he is the co-founder of Cool Paso, and his name is Sean Herold, my husband. Go ahead and say hello.
Hey, everybody. We've been doing this since 2016. It's been a pleasure to serve the El Paso community. We started off just filming our kids and got asked to film some games, and we kind of turned it into a thing. And I think we started a new industry here in El Paso, really, considering there really wasn't any professional sports videography going on at the time that was known or advertised or anything like that. So it's been a pleasure kind of, getting that going and inventing something that even people have even copied. And, I see it happening out of town a little bit on other scales, but since we've been in it so long, it's just been a pleasure because a lot of the kids that we filmed when they were 8 years old are graduating or just graduated from high school. And it's just been excellent watching their ride. And honestly, that's kind of our momentum for continuing here moving forward. So thank you, El Paso, for supporting us throughout these years. And, Vanessa's been talking about a lot of our accomplishments, and it's because of you guys. So thank you so much for that. V.
Speaking of El Paso, we were out of town this weekend in Las Cruces for a very important game. And our friends over at the New Mexico Bonitas invited us to go and record and live stream. We do live stream. We don't have it on our website as a service because we're actually not even sure what we should charge, because it's very difficult. And it requires several factors, including a Wi-Fi setup. So we don't really offer it on the website, but we do it for people that ask. And I do want to talk a little bit more about our services on the website, coolpaso.com/shop. You want to go to your browser and check it out. We offer clips if you don't want an entire game highlight video, but we also do offer game highlight videos, which we don't get a lot of requests for. We also provide season highlight videos. So if we've recorded your entire season, and speaking of the Bonitas, I think this is our second or third season recording them.
3 years, I believe.
So, Bonitas, hey, hit me up for a season video. I got you. Yes, back to back, and they're going to be competing again in a couple weeks here.
Actually, this Saturday, not this Saturday. Yep.
Right, next couple weeks. So, anyways, I want to also discuss some of our frequently asked questions. What's a frequently asked question that you get?
Well, it's the most obvious one, right? I guess everybody wonders how we came out there. Why are we out here? What are you doing out here? How did you know about our game? That's usually what we hear, and I guess it's usually just communication among the team. A lot of parents probably don't share with the whole team that we're going to be out there recording their games. So some of these kids have thought throughout the years that maybe we just pop up and show up at random games, because we film all over the city. We get orders from, one side of town to the other, and even in New Mexico. And so with us popping up so randomly, these kids think that we've just pop in like the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus or whatever and just film and leave, and I'd love to do that, but unfortunately that doesn't pay the but basically, no, that was one frequently asked question. So, how do we get you guys to come out here? So usually we're in a hurry to get to our game. Sometimes someone's tapping us on the shoulder when we're filming, and, we may seem a little rude because we're, literally your voice that you're asking me your question is going to come out on my video that's going to go on YouTube. So I'm a little hesitant to carry on a full conversation then.
Yeah, I guess a lot of kids think we're the news, which have sponsors that pay thousands of dollars, which, hey, anybody listening, we really need your help. There's a lot of kids in this community that really want their games to be viewed on YouTube. One of these days I got to live stream an entrance, because, boy, the kids really react when we show up.
They really do. And interesting, when you bring up live streaming, that's something that we've just started dabbling with, and of course, equipment limitations, could improve qualities, of course, but of course that comes from funding. So right now, a lot of what we've been doing has been, experimenting with it. We haven't been charging much or even at all for some of it, just because we're going through the growing pains of it all. And usually the growing pain is the internet connection. And that's what's holding us back, honestly, because, if we had that covered monthly or at the gig by the person that was ordering, that would help out quite a bit. And we'd be, a lot less hesitant to offer it. So yeah, that's one thing. And that's where sponsors can come into play, because with our current, one that we just live streamed this last weekend, a Bonitas game, when they won the championship, shout out, congrats girls. So ladies. So pretty much. So basically with that game, I was able to make a little ad that was pretty much a slideshow showing sponsors and things like that, with some music going on, just to play during timeouts, halftime. There's a lot of, dead time during these games. And that's a big opportunity to get your name out there for people. So that is one big bonus there. If you were to come in and advertise, that's going to help quite a bit, because they'll pay for the event. It'll cover us to go out there and give you some exposure. So, really, you're just looking at it as marketing cost. So, hey, tax write-off, guys. So that's definitely a good idea, especially to get us out there.
Sean, speaking of our sponsors, we have to give a big shout out to Dr. Ruja and Alicia for having us here in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. None of this would be possible without them. Dr. Ruja Health. Can't say enough amazing things about him. We're definitely going to meet him very soon. He'll be coming in to step in on several of our episodes. Just a very motivational individual. I'll let him get into himself. I'm talking all about everything like that. But thank you so much, Doc, for making this possible.
Yes, thank you for believing in us. And actually, thank you everyone in El Paso and Las Cruces, and for that matter, all over the nation and all over the world. Thank you for believing in us. We see you viewing in Brazil. We see you viewing in Japan. We see you viewing all over the United States. Thank you for your support. We recorded the entire season for Don Haskins Middle School football. And I want to give them a big shout out. Coach Gonzalez, thank you, sir. Also, the Eastwood High School football boosters, they believed in us, and we've been supporting them for, probably since 2015, 14?
Really, before we were unofficially Cool Paso, I was already filming my nephew playing. Of course, I graduated from Eastwood. And my nephew was playing ball at the time, and I just was filming his games, and that was just another more content that spurred more questions and grew into Cool Paso. So crazy enough, because of that right there, we've been filming Coach Lopez since the beginning of his career, just about every single game that he has. We have pretty much the whole library. So again,
except for COVID times, we did not want to participate.
Well, we did. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. There was some time there we weren't. There's been some out of town games that we missed that were played far away, and it's due to cost, of course. Traveling and hotel, everything like that. That's what keeps us from going to those events. So we're going to work with them this year to see what we can do about that. But thank you so much, Eastwood, Coach Lopez, for your support. It's been a pleasure following the ride because, boy, they've been very successful since he's taken.
Right. All the coaches. I know I'm going to forget some names, but Coach Q, Coach Bernal, Coach Flo, Coach McKay, you guys are amazing. And the kids love you.
Yeah, so many people, definitely. Excellent staff there at Eastwood High School. So we're excited to see what they're doing this next year. I mean, Eastlake was a little sleeper last year. I saw them. We definitely see all of you guys out there. Trust me, we're paying attention. Eastlake has got a bunch of young ones that are going to be coming up, so they're one to watch.
I'm going to drop a name because we're his biggest fan, and I think he's our biggest fan. Shout out to Evan Minhares and his family.
Oh yeah, Evan. Yeah.
Thank you for your support as well.
Wow, so amazing watching that. I'm gonna look forward to watching him at Army, in the future here. So definitely, yeah. I mean, so many people. Gosh, I mean, throughout the years, but we've done so much, and we feel like we're still, just evolving here into this, and we definitely want to take this to another level. We want to bring in a lot of guests. We have a lot of plans. Vanessa wants, I'm sure she's going to share a little bit of the schedule. We'll show that up on the screen as well for some upcoming podcasts.
Yeah, let's show that on the screen now.
Yeah, so definitely, as you can see, we have a lot of people coming and a lot of people to come from there. So,
yep, we've got a special guest coming up. Let me see. Let me bring it up on my phone. We've got tomorrow. Well, actually, we'll say it's today because this is an edited podcast. But Tuesday, July the 2nd, will be our introductory episode 1 coming out on YouTube. So if you search up Cool Paso Sports on YouTube, you'll find us. Thursday, July the 4th at 7 p.m., we're going to have our guest, Drew Life, come in, and we're going to talk about videography in El Paso. Tuesday, July the 9th, I'm hoping that we can get our guests over for a talk about women's football. We're planning on having the New Mexico Benitez coach, Jamar Cotton, and one of the Stealth parents, Valerie Estrada, to come on and talk to us. So that'll be exciting. And Thursday, July the 11th, episode 4, we want to talk about youth football. I've got a couple of guests lined up. One of them is Trey Smith, and also Coach Chris Latta will be our guests. And if you would like to be a guest on that youth football podcast coming up on Thursday, July 11th, we'll need to meet up with you before the date and get you into the studio and get you talking to us. So Tuesday, July the 16th will be episode 5. We'd like to have a discussion about high school football, and we do not have any guests. So if you would like to be a guest on our podcast and discuss high school football in El Paso, you can email me at Vanessa Herold at elpaso.com. We have a notification. Let's see what else. Thursday, July the 18th. That is our last planned episode 6. And I'm sure once we're more successful and we have a couple of episodes under our belt, we can plan some more. But episode 6's topic will be local businesses and sponsorships in sports. So we'll let you know who the guest on that will be.
Definitely. Okay. So if you've got videography experience, and especially if there's a team that you're following, you got a family member, something like that you want to support, you want to partner with us, and we wouldn't mind having your games on to share out, and of course, and work with that too, and all these games, guys. Because we've been doing this for so long, I know one topic we talked about talking about. Excuse me. I know one topic that we talked about talking about was the that top ruined my life.
We were talking about middle schools, but
oh yeah, I'm ruined.
Well,
We're gonna have to edit that.
I mean, we can talk about youth football too, man. I want to give a big shout out to my friend Chris Latta, man. He was one of the first ones that really inspired me to do this little Cool Paso thing. I was filming my son playing football when he was 8, 9 years old. It was over at Album Park. They were filming. I was filming a flag football game, and we played the Broncos. And of course, I was doing what I do. And I went over to Coach Latta and I let him know that the video would be on YouTube. And I told him how to subscribe. Well, he liked the video so much, he invited me to record the next week and the next week and the next week. And I think we recorded him since, what was it, maybe
2018?
Yeah, probably somewhere around 2016, probably,
Right, because we were doing the Sharks then too. Shout out to them. And, we just basically, it just grew and grew. Some of these teams are big rivals at the time, and, they'd feel like we were traitors if we were filming the other team. And honestly, man, at the end of the day, they're all the kids, in the community. And that's who we want to support. It wasn't about what team it was. It was who was inviting us out.
Y'all get so serious with you.
Right. And it was funny because, again, that myth of us going out there and just choosing who we record. Guys, they hired us. We didn't do that because we liked one them more than the other.
Right. Sometimes it's the coaches. Sometimes it's the parents. Sometimes it's the grandparents. We really don't know who's going to ask us to film.
There's some teams that talk about it. They coordinate it. Different parent orders every week. There's some teams that pitch in. I mean, we were talking about it like a youth football game right now. I think we're doing those for how much?
Youth are 75 right now.
Youth are 75 right now. So 75, you got a team of 25 boys, 30 boys. You divide that by, the whole team. You're just paying a few bucks per head.
Right. And the Eastwood football boosters, I mean, in one night, they could probably sell enough hot dogs and nachos to pay for us for the entire season.
Right. So, I mean, it's just, or any booster in that matter, it's not just them. So, I mean, and basically it's just like that. So, I mean, there's a big opportunity to get us out there. It's basically just comes with, communication. And that's where a lot of people fail, unfortunately, and they always think back, man, we should have all pitched in and done this and that. The moments are over, and
Right.
it's great when we catch them. It's great when we catch a whole season.
And speaking of communication, we'd like to get at least a week's notice as far as when your game is going to be recorded. But like Sean said, a lot of communication gets jumbled up. People forget, things like that. And we get invites the night before, the morning, the day of. And sometimes we're able to help them and sometimes we're not.
Sometimes hours of, sometimes somebody walks right up to us right after your game and says, hey, our game's next. Can you do it? And here we are. I got to run across town and go to another park at that point. And gosh, it would have been a lot nicer to know I would have scheduled my day to stay there. I'd rather stay in one place and catch two teams. But, just because of that, and then here we are, maybe somebody else that could have filmed it for us is at home. And, we could have coordinated it, so plan, guys, please plan your
Right.
events ahead of time.
And sometimes it's not their fault because it's the league that doesn't have their schedule up.
Right. I know we know flag pops out every Wednesday usually for one league. Other leagues we've got some newer leagues out there.
Yeah, we definitely understand. I mean, even if it's the day of, even if it's the night before, let us know. Please invite us to your game. We want to be there. We want to take pictures. We want to make a big deal out of it.
Right, exactly.
We want you to be seen. We want your grandma to see mama, your daddy, everybody.
And what if you had a great season? You might want to come on our podcast and talk about it. You know what I mean? So
everybody's welcome. As long as you're cool. If you ain't cool, get the hell out of here.
Right. We can't deal with that.
Nah, even if you're not cool, let's have a conversation about it.
Right.
Let's get a crazy episode going. Just no Jerry Springer.
Yeah, nothing like that. I need to have security here. But yeah, I mean, basically, but other than that, what else do we got?
I mean, I want to talk a little bit of our about our partnerships. The Sun Kings, Chucky has always been such a regular. I want to give him a shout out. We got some notification. We also want to give a shout out to our nephew Austin. He's been not only a part of our founding success, but he still plays football out there, and we still be recording him. So shout out to Austin.
Right, exactly. He's been, he was, like I said, that guy that I was filming back in 2017 for Eastwood. That was my nephew. So thanks, Austin.
Yeah, and he played with the greats, man. He played with Mark Torres and Richie Rodriguez.
Right. I mean, they were the first teams from Eastwood to come back and win district championships. They brought that culture back to Eastwood. It was absent for quite a long time, and it's just escalated from there. And they're just always in the running.
And it's so cool to see them as adults now, dude.
Yeah,
Richie's still out there on the flag football field. I don't know if he's running audience of one, but
right. Yeah, and if he is, come on out, Richie.
Yeah, tell us about it, man. Come on the show.
Right, and that's what we kind of want to do. We'd like to have some of you league owners come out here. Maybe some leagues that aren't as well known within the city. Come on out. We want to talk about, what you have going on.
Whatever sport, football, volleyball,
Bring us out to a game. Let's get the word out.
baseball,
Right.
swimming.
Yeah, everything we've done. Every sport. We're not just football guys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. Let's list all the sports we've done. Track. I mean, softball. I mean, we've done them all.
Track, softball,
I did kickball one.
volleyball, kickball. What else?
Shout out Jake Oriantia.
Right. Tennis I never did. When I had the opportunity, when I was covering Parkland Middle School, when I was there teaching, shout out to you, Novelleros. You guys know who you are. Great times. Tennis was just during COVID when I was in the middle of my big Cool Paso run there, and I wasn't able to get them, but that's when I would have liked to have gotten. But we did get every other sport. I mean, it was just there's each community is ginormous. When volleyball is a whole world. If you don't know volleyball, then you don't understand. Shout out to all you parents that, my gosh,
It's worldwide. I mean, actually, most of our views from our channel comes from the volleyball videos that we recorded. Shout out Jordan.
Jordan, yes, definitely.
Jordan Clark, our niece, Jordan Clark, shout out. We love you.
Definitely.
We recorded since you were, 5th grade?
Lady Crusaders.
And she just graduated in 2023.
Right.
So we've got her entire season on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you would like to view.
Some of the most viewed videos we have are those volleyball videos, guys. Unbelievable.
Right. The 3 million views, that's the volleyball video.
All right. Well, some of the most viewed videos we've had were volleyball. That's definitely, wow, a demanding schedule with the club. Unreal. That way we need a volleyball mom that would have to film all that because, boy, volleyball's tough, guys. I mean, especially those big tournaments where they've got, at the Civic Center, when they do those and they've got like 15 games running at the same exact time. Imagine trying to cover a whole organization.
Shout out Michelle Clark.
Right. Oh my gosh. Thank you so
My
much.
sister-in-law, she filmed Jordan, her daughter, Jordan Clark, when they were doing their USA volleyball tournament. Oh, yeah. Well, Las Vegas. Where'd they go?
Tennessee. I don't know. So many places. Arizona.
All over.
All over Texas. Just. But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of dedication. It's a crazy ride. But shout out to all you parents that put up with that. Soccer parents.
Wow.
There's a huge community in El Paso that we'd love to support too. I mean, but I know that whole locomotive pipeline, that they have right now with the youth soccer going on at the Westside Sports Complex. There's quite a bit. I mean, it's just there's so much, and that we'd like to support. But like we said, a lot of opportunities out there for you guys, and of course, if you guys want to learn videography, hit us up, talk to us, please. We need help.
We need you, please.
So, but
we will teach you for very, very cheap.
Right. And of course, I mean, and if we'll work something out, definitely. But
yeah, we got to just have a list, and we would probably do the trainings, maybe on Sundays when we have flag football, when we're out there in the parks. That'd be a great time to train.
Right.
But indoor training, out the parks is one thing, but when you're filming volleyball, it's a totally different thing. You got to have different skills. You got to set up your camera different.
Basketball, ball, every sport has a different technique you got to use if you're trying to cover it, so.
Yeah, we want to teach you.
Yeah, and it's a lot to it. And of course, I mean, and we're not perfect, guys. We're still learning too. Right when I think I got things figured out, there's something else I didn't know, so. Right,
and I pride myself on never messing up, but I do mess up just at least once.
Right.
A game.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, but I wish I was perfect, but even the pros mess up.
Perfect games, but even the news.
Yeah, I have had perfect games, but
Right.
technical difficulties.
Definitely, guys. So
Yeah, we need you young kids, or if you're our age and you have a camera and you're a mom and you want to learn, we also want you, because hey, you know, you can have your child's database of every single game that they've played. So we'd like to share those. I mean, all the kids on the team want to see themselves.
right, and as we mentioned too, with all of you that we've covered through the years, thank you for everything. And one thing that I don't know if everybody knows, we do have the library from every season we've recorded backed up, guys. So I mean, pretty much everything. So if anybody would like your clips, full games, or just highlight clip of your season that you had that year, reach out to us. We'll definitely like to help you out. It's a shame for us to have all those memories locked up. So definitely, we've got all the games out there. We're not hiding anything, but hey, if you want to feature your stuff, something to show your kids, especially those of you that just finished playing,
HD quality.
We've still got your stuff, guys. So please, if you want to share it out, let us know. We'll get it out there for you.
We try to pride ourselves in the best quality, and we got to say that the original files are way better than when you screenshot it on your phone.
Right. And we appreciate the shout outs on Instagram. I see a lot of you guys pulling your clips, putting those together.
Those are so cool. You guys are awesome.
Right. I think we need to get into more reels out there, because there's so many of your clips. And those, clips are only $10 to do $10. We could have you guys a solid reel HD quality with, everything. So
yeah. And then on Instagram, if you share your story, I will share it on my story, and everyone will see your highlight.
Right. Exactly.
So share your story on Instagram, Cool Paso Sports. Well, there's one more thing I want to talk about, Sean. And I want to give a really big thank you to Chris Medina from the Football Boosters. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kiki Hernandez and Jessica Allison and Melanie Sanchez. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Thank you for believing in us.
Thank you, Chris Ladd, for believing in us. Doc Ruja, thank you for believing in us. Everybody in the community that supported us. Haskins Middle. You guys were big support for us these last couple of seasons. We love
Squirtle Squad, shout out.
Squirtle Squad, Sun Kings.
Relentless, bro.
Relentless. Hobby.
Yeah, Javi. We still love you, Javi. Where's your team at, bro?
Right, exactly.
Call us. We'll help you.
Right. So, so many of you guys out there that have supported us through the years. Thank you so much. We have a lot more to cover, guys. Many more topics. Kind of been hodgepodging a lot all over the place here, just because, like I said, there's so much to talk about. But
Episode 1.
If you'd like us to feature you, your team, if you want to come in here, talk about your organization, especially if we've covered you before, we could pull some clips and put together a nice show for you. So let us know, guys. Come out here and join us on our podcast. We'd like to continue doing this, and look forward to seeing you guys in the future.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. And we want you to come on the show, be a guest. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're an athlete, if you're a parent, if you're a referee, if you're a coach, we want to talk to you. We want your feedback. We want to know what is going on in El Paso. So let's do this.
Right. A referee show would be fun, guys. We'd love to hear it. That'd be a great conversation to have. Frequently asked questions there, boy.
That concludes episode 1. All right. Peace.